Happy Monday, T Squad. It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade, Baddies Caribbean, Season 5, Episode 5 review. So, we begin where we left off last week with Tommie arriving on a horse like she is Daenerys Targaryen, honey, but with her booty cheeks out. Everybody is shocked and stunned. Natalie immediately loses her ish, all right? And at this point, Natalie, I need for you to just accept the fact that you are a cast member of this show. You are literally just a cast member. This is not your show. No matter how much you like to scream it to the high heavens, this is Zeus' show. You are literally just the ringleader, the matriarch, okay? The host of the show. But you are on the same level as all of the other girls, honey. The fact that Lemmy and them allowed this girl to come in on a horse, honey, to have her moment on your show and y'all beefing and you didn't know nothing about it. This would never happen on the cabaret. Never, ever, ever. And you know why? Because Jocelyn actually owns her show and you do not. Point blank, end period. So I was shocked that Jayla in her confessional time, some here go Tommie bobbleheads and Natalie about to whoop her and all of this stuff. And I was like, since when you got an issue with Tommie, Jayla? And I'm like, Jayla, you was getting on everybody's nerves this season and you really wasn't bothering me so much. But now I'm starting to see how much of a rider you've become. You of all people know how fake and fugazi Natalie is. And the fact that you all on her coochie sack is really bothering me. Like, do you not forget your first season on this show and how she was starting stuff and how y'all was into it? Like, okay, Jayla, all right. So Aubrey is telling Natalie Tommie ain't got no lashes on. Like, oh my God, like she's here to fight. Yo, Aubrey be cracking me up. You better not come to the reunion because they gonna beat your. At this point, Gretch calls out Jayla. She want to fight Jayla all of a sudden. And Jayla was like, girl, just stop saying the N-word. Just stop saying it. Gretch end up saying it again, child. And everybody at this point like, oh, Lord. Like, get her out of here. Like, no matter how many times we try to save you and give you a chance, you keep on effing up. So Tommie ended up pulling her to the side and talking to her about her use of the N-word. And she was like, I'm Puerto Rican. And she was like, girl, no, we're not doing that. At first, Tommie was going to, try to hear her out. But then she was like, girl, you not black. So it really don't matter. Yeah, I don't care. Get me out of here talking to this skinhead. So Natalie tells Tommie to come on out in the water because she gonna drown her. And she was like, I don't know how to swim. I don't know how to swim. So Natalie ends up running up on Tommie. Tries to run up and like catch her off guard. And she ends up missing. And like Tommie end up bobbing and weaving out the way. And then here come Natalie trying to run up on her again. But ma'am, how are you running up on somebody like this? Trying to swing. Like, you can't even see where you're going. So that's why you keep on missing and she keep on bopping you. Like, make it make sense. Like, y'all girls cannot fight. That's why Taseki knows how to, Taseki or whatever her name is, Tetris, whatever. That's why she know how to fight, because she don't care about getting her face messed up. Come on, girls. So I think she tried to run up on Tommie like 3 times and was out here looking like a rag doll. They finally end up fighting and Tommie end up binking her all up in her head and end up tossing her on the ground and got on top of her. Meanwhile, you heard Meatball, Natalie, what's up? Get her, Nat, the girls. And I'm like, excuse me. Are y'all not seeing what I'm seeing? She getting beat up. Security. Security. What reunion was that from? I'm like, she getting beat up, y'all. Why y'all gassing her up like she's winning and she's on her back on the ground getting her wig snatched off of her head? Like, it just did not make sense to me how they was trying to gas this girl up. So Natalie get up and they end up going for another round. They fight another round. And in the second round, to me, it was like a tie for real. Like, cause they both was like just hitting each other. So Tommie is upset. You know, every time Tommie gets into it with somebody, she automatically then starts taking it out on production. I don't know what that is about her that triggers her to start cussing out production. Get that camera out my face and trying to fight the cameraman. And I'm like, calm down, girl. They ain't did nothing to you. It was Natalie. Like, wait a minute. So after that, Aubrey and her confessional time, it seems like the woman in the Shein chaps don't get along with Natalie. I'm like, why didn't she say they was from Shein, girl? Knowing Tommie, that probably was from Agent Provocateur. Like, you know, she's not a Shein girl. But she said them Shein chaps, honey, that tickled me. So at this point, Tommie is pissed off because Natalie scratched her face, and I think it may have had like her face bleeding a little bit. So she looking all through the parking lot for Natalie. Natalie had went to her truck, and so she ended up seeing Tommie. They end up having words, and then they end up fighting again for the third time in the truck. Now, this third fight, we didn't get to see it. The cameraman was in front of the truck, but they were in the back seat of the truck fighting. Now, the way it went, it seemed to me like Tommie probably won that fight because she dove on us in that back seat. Then they end up fighting again in the back seat, and this time Natalie was like uppercutting her, and security was holding Tommie's hands, wouldn't let her hit her back. I guess they was I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they were trying to stop the fight, but come on now, like, this girl hitting her and y'all holding her hands, that's not fair. That's not right. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, Tommie is pissed off and she ready to go because she feel like y'all playing. Y'all let her get one in on me. So at this point, Natalie got the big head. She thinks she Floyd Mayweather Jr. child, Ronda Rousey or somebody. And she bragging to the high heavens about how she was uppercutting her and her up and everything. And Aubrey's face when she was talking to her was like this. It was just like the disgust. Like the things I'm doing for a paycheck. After that, Tasiki wanna eat. She's hungry, and you know by eat, she owns her hungry hippo type time. She ready to do some damage, and she wanna fight Jelly because apparently when they filmed Bad vs. Wild, she didn't like the fact that Jelly was standing in front of her. So they flash back to the filming, and we see her in the audience telling her to move, get out, stop standing in front of her husband. And so Jelly was like, girl, we talked about this after the fact. You said you was drunk and you was tripping. When I ran into you or something like that at the casino. And she was like, no, I didn't say that. Now, if y'all don't remember from that episode, Tasiki was doing the most, like just loud and belligerent for no reason. So I believe the girl Jelly when she said that the girl was drunk and tripping. Mariah Lynn then decides that she about to be a captain, save her, and run up on the girl and start fighting her. Tasiki like, I ain't got a scrub because my is gonna eat. At the end of the day, they gonna eat for me. And Mariah Lynn, I don't ain't nobody fighting my without going through me. Tiny Tim, if you don't get somewhere and sit down, you Polly Pocket looking you, Mariah Lynn, this is not your ministry, because one-on-one that girl will dog walk your You need to get somewhere and sit down. Like, that was so unnecessary. And it was like, you did this last season with Krishan little friend when they fought. Like, you gonna get your ass whooped because Tasiki ain't gonna be around all the time, girl, while you sitting up here trying to stick up for her and be her guardian of the galaxy or whatever you trying to be. It's like, okay, yeah, that's your girl, y'all friends now, but like, she ain't running up on nobody for your ass. Every time you fight, where Tasiki at? Standing back, watching, because it ain't got nothing to do with her. And you need to do the same thing, dumb. So, everybody just kind of looking like, what the hell is going on? So, the next day, Natalie and Slim meet Biggie and Meatball outside. And Biggie is annoyed with them because they was up all night running around the house. Her room was right there, so she didn't really get no sleep. And Natalie come out there bragging about how she nodded Tommie head up, and Biggie was like, no, you didn't, girl. No, ain't nothing wrong with her face. Like, we're not about to do that. And she bragging about how she beat her up, and she was like, well, I saw the first fight. You ain't win nothing. And I actually love the fact that Biggie was not being no punk and saying what she felt. Natalie and Slim keep on saying little slick about, Tommie, and Biggie is defending her friend at the end of the day. Even though Biggie, girl, I understand y'all done made up for how, Tommie did you, but I still wouldn't be going that hard for that did me like Tommie did you. So Natalie says this is why she don't Biggie, because she's friends with her op. So she finally admits that she really don't like this girl. And I was like, about time you finally admitted it, because we all saw it through your mannerisms. And if I'm not mistaken, I think her and Biggie gonna end up fighting or something this season, if I'm not mistaken. Slim, like I said, is joining in on joining on Tommie. And I was like, now what did Tommie do to you? Like, once again, y'all over here got y'all mouths puckered up on Natalie's vagina lips. And it's just like, what are y'all doing? Like, why are y'all ganging up and acting like y'all don't like this girl when y'all ain't never met her? Like, Slim, who are you? Like, I'm just so confused. And so Biggie even tell them, okay, keep that same energy. She says that to Slim, like, keep that same energy when you see her. And so Slim and Meatball, once again, lying to Natalie, gassing her up, making her think that she really did her 1-2 step. Like she's Sierra. No. Then Scotty tries to be peacemaker this season. I guess her role this year is to be the Dr. Phil and try to bring everybody together. And I was like, well, at least she got a job to do this season, child. It's like she's Natalie's second in command this season. So she tries to get Tinkerbell and Diamond to talk. So she sits them down, and my God, this was the first time I was able to get a real good look at Tinkerbell. And baby, Diamond, leave that girl alone. Leave that girl alone. That lady been fighting all her life. That lady been fighting since she came out of her mama's womb, okay? Did y'all see all of the scratches and marks on her arms and legs, just toe up? And she looked like she has lived a very, 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 very hard life. Like, I low-key felt bad for her. And I'm low-key scared of her. That's like any bitch that fights you to the point where she tackle you through a front door. I don't know why you want that smoke again. I'm going to leave you the fuck alone. Okay? Because she don't give a fuck about her body getting scarred up or nothing. Like, she ain't got shit to lose. And this show for her is her, like, way out or way up. Girl, leave that lady alone, because she the type that'll bite your ear off on some Mike Tyson type. Girl, leave her alone. Leave that lady alone. I'm trying to tell you. We found out that Diamond had made a diss track about Tinkerbell, and Tink was like, I deserve an apology. Like, you attacked me, so I'm just so not understanding why you got an attitude with me. And she was like, we got to fight again because of my wig. And it's just like, you know who Diamond remind me of? She remind me of Anne from what was that, season 2? Anne from season 2. She reminds me of Anne, where she just doing stuff for TV time, and it's not genuine, and it's irksome, and you getting on everybody's nerves. Like, it's not cute. Like, everybody's getting annoyed with this. So she get to talking about Tinkerbell's skin and how she bleach it and all of this type of stuff. And I was like, okay, we got it. The girl that bleached her skin, she ain't denied it. Like, she look a mess. She got to look at herself every day in the mirror, child. So leave that alone. So then we see Callie try to make friends with Dia, child. And Callie in her confession say, I ain't got no problem with Natalie. She's a sweet girl. She's getting older, though. It's time to turn your chips in. And I was like, Callie, once again, you taking shots at this girl. And then trying to act like you not. Like, that's rude. Miss Callie. Now, don't come swinging on me. So the girls all get together to go on a nature walk, child. And of course, this is the 4-way into them coming to some type of resolution. AKA, we about to bang it out. So on the way there, Diamond is in the car with Natalie, Jayla, Scotty, and somebody else. And she telling them how she gonna keep on fighting Tinkerbell and all of this stuff. And calls Dia and Slim some dick riders, and now she got a problem with them. Natalie rolling her eyes. Everybody's ignoring her while she keep on talking about it. Like, when she realized that they wasn't fucking her and was ignoring her, doing a baddie shot o'clock cheers, she was like, oh yeah, yay, like trying to jump in. And it was just like, girl, they do not see it for you, and you're irksome. Read the room. Nobody sees it for you. You need to sit down and simmer down. Like, you won't be back. Tinkerbell probably will be, because she more chill than you when you doing too much. Natalie, once they get to the place, tells the girls that Biggie, Mariah, Tasiki, and Callie went to hang out with Tommie. Now, it's obvious that she feeling some type of way about this. She don't like the fact that they went to go kick it with her. Once again, you're just a cast member on this show. So Natalie split the girls up into groups, and she makes Diamond and Tinkerbell go with her. Diamond, like I said, wants to avenge this wig, child. One of the replacements feels like Gretch isn't in the wrong for saying the N-word, because she's Puerto Rican and she's from New York, and that's what she's used to. And she talks about how she's Dominican and, all of this stuff. And Aubrey was like, no, ma'am. No, I don't like what you trying to preach here, Meatball then decides that she's going to confront Jayla about bullying Biggie, and was like, pick on somebody your own size. Like, what's good, Jayla? And she was like all up in Jayla's face. And I was shocked that Jayla hadn't taken off on her shit, but she hadn't. And she was like, bully me then if you're going to bully somebody. And then the episode goes off. Child, now it's looking like on next week's episode, Natalie gonna have an issue with the fact that Biggie went to go kick it with Tommie. Now, mind you, it wasn't just Biggie, it was Tasiki, it was Mariah Lynn, and Callie that went to go kick it with her. But she's only gonna have a problem with Biggie trying to pick on this girl, because you can. You ain't gonna whoop Callie. You ain't gonna whoop Tasiki. You fighting Mariah Lynn would just be fucking stupid at this point. So it's giving bully, and I don't like that. Because if you're gonna have a problem with one, have a problem with all, but you ain't about that life. But overall, I'm gonna give this week's episode of Baddies a B+. It was a cool episode. I enjoyed it. They made me laugh as always. If you want to see the unedited version, the raw, uncut, cussing, ad-free version of this video, please join me over on Patreon. My link is down below in the description box. Please also make sure that you guys subscribe to my channel, thumbs up this video, and turn on your post notifications so you know when my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.